We're trying a little post-apocalyptic adventure here today. I had previously tried 60 parsecs before, which is based on the game 60 Seconds, made by the same people, and they've come out with 60 Seconds Reatomized, which is sort of taking the original game, and that was a flying saucer, taking the original game and then updating it, having some new like adventure-style components in it, a little bit of a storyline and stuff. I did get a key from it from the developer some time ago, but I hadn't had a chance to check it out yet, but I thought it'd be fun to try and see if we can survive. So we're just going to jump in and we'll start a new game. Now, there are a few different game options in here. I'm going to go with the Apocalypse one, which is like the full experience. And we're going to play with Ted as the fat man, which I guess is just an average difficulty kind of thing. We'll see if we can survive. Now, from what I understand, there are some pieces to this where there's a bit of like a story that can kind of carry on, even if you manage to succeed. So we'll see if we can kind of survive long enough to get ahead and advance that story. Now, the same as we had in 60 parsecs, we're going to have about 60 seconds to run around grabbing stuff. So we're going to need a number of different supplies. I'm going to want this map for sure. We're going to need things like food and water. We can bring other people to survive with us. There's like a gun we can get. Can I carry the game board? Oh man, look at all the stuff I can carry with this. No room. I can't carry him, but get this chairs out of the way. Controlling this guy really isn't very easy. He doesn't walk in very straight lines or anything. There is a gas mask and an axe up here. These would be good to have. We'll take those. We're already right here, so I might as well dump them off. Get our hands full or free for something else. We'll take our wife with us. Gun can't go wrong either. We're gonna need food and water, otherwise we're not gonna survive. So I should probably stock up on that next. Water. Got 3 cans of soup here. That'd be good. Now there might be some supplies that are actually already inside the shelter waiting for us. We don't really know for sure what we'll end up getting in there. It's gonna be kind of random. So the more we can bring with us, the better. Oh gosh, we're running out of time. I'm not gonna have enough time to get any more stuff. Sorry, kids, you're gonna have to be left behind. I got my hands full with supplies my wife and I need. I'm sure you'll do fine. Just duck and cover or something. Well, we didn't get everything that would be useful. There's some other stuff like a radio and a survival handbook and stuff that would have been good. But we do have a supply of food and water. We have a gas mask. We have a med kit. We've got some checkers to keep us entertained. The map, the axe, the gun, and of course I have my wife, you know, who will keep me entertained also, hopefully. Day 1, just the 2 of us. There wasn't enough time to grab the kids, but surely this is just a drill and they're okay, right? I can't remember bringing supplies down here to the shelter, but we're not complaining. We probably should have stocked it better anyway. Oh, apparently, I didn't bring the medkit down. I guess it was already here. Awesome. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans. We'll sleep on cans. We'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. Plenty of water means we won't have to worry about that for some time, so we're pretty good that way. I think each bottle of water we can have multiple drinks out of, so that's good. This is the best stocked shelter we've ever seen. We've never seen another one, but we're sure this is a good amount of supplies. We're not going to ration any supplies today. We can't work on any expeditions and stuff. Day 1. There are only so many things you can do in a tiny bunker, so we thought, why not play games? We're just they're not just for kids, you know. Oh, we have checkers, I guess. Day 2. We played I Spy, and it was pretty fun for the first 3 minutes. After that, everyone got bored of the letter W. Well, there's only 2 of us. This morning's been calm enough for Ted, and he's doing well. Today was relaxing, calm for Dolores. We don't really need to give them any rations yet. We just kind of got here. Ted's vigorous enough to withstand the hazards of the wasteland. So we're going to plan for an expedition tomorrow, because we want to go out and explore, try to find other supplies and stuff. Spiders seem to be operating on the assumption that they have all the same rights to the shelter as we do. They're everywhere. Don't seem very scared of us. I really wish I'd gotten a hold of that bottle of poison. Alright, we'll use the... You know, I'm going to save the medkit for now. Hopefully the spiders aren't too dangerous. I mean, they don't look sick. Decided we could get rid of the spiders with our bare hands, feet, or whatever other body parts you use for lethal anti-spider attacks. Unfortunately, we underestimated their chances. They're really fast. All we achieved in getting tired. Has to be some water left. Dolores should get it. I don't want to give any water out just yet. They're not thirsty enough. Need to make a choice for today's expedition. Which one of us would best fit to face the wasteland? So we're going to send out Ted. And I think we'll equip him with the gas mask so that he'll hopefully have a better chance of survival. Maybe he'll come back with some supplies. Day 4 and Dolores is looking pretty bored. Ted left for the surface. We hope he'll be back soon. Dolores will not survive without water any longer, so I guess we should probably give her a drink. I don't know how accurate those messages are, but hopefully reasonably accurate. Day 4, trash can of ours getting disgusting. Good news is we don't have much of an appetite when we see it, so we're saving food. If for some reason we would like to tidy this mess up. Those giant green cockroaches are a pretty good motivator. Again, I don't have anything I could use. Man, that poison already could have come in handy twice. There's a green cockroach right there on the ground. Oh my, that thing is huge. There goes another one. Roaches everywhere. We're doomed. We already feel all dirty. Dolores is no longer thirsty because we gave her a drink. Ted is not back yet. Cockroaches aren't playing around. They're very territorial and they're leaving us less space. We need to do something about it. Well, when you don't have poison, the only natural solution when you have cockroaches is to use a gun, right? I don't have any bullets. Well, I didn't break the gun. That's a plus, and I don't see the cockroach here anymore. Victory is ours! The roaches lie defeated. Oh, this is a glorious day for all remaining humanity. Humans are the dominant species once again. Dolores would really love to eat something, but I wouldn't really love to feed her. We need to ration a bit. That fly really needs to go. There isn't a lot of space down here. We can smell everything. When one of the walls in the brick got loose today, it revealed a hole. We felt pretty sick. It's the smell coming from the hole. It's terrible. Well, let's investigate and see what's there. Hopefully it was nothing nasty. I mean, she doesn't look injured or sick or anything, so I think we'll be alright. Looked into the hole, fearing something might come at us with claws, fangs, or other mutated and sharp body parts, but nothing happened. Okay, good. Instead, we found a dead rat who was trying to break into a can of tomato soup. He failed miserably. That fly. We have a feeling we'll be luckier than him, so we confiscated it. Great, so we got +1 soup. Dolores hasn't eaten. There's one thing we need is water for Dolores. Dolores is fine. We're not alone. There's a huge, hairy bunny beast that seems to be hiding in one of the pipes. So we poke its head out. Really? All right, let's gonna try and take our food. Let's try using the axe on the on the. I mean, if we can shoot cockroaches, I'm surely we can use the fire axe on a bunny. Ted's back. He doesn't look too sick. Yeah, a little worn down, but overall not bad. Oh, we got the Scout's handbook, so that's good. He brought the gas mask back. It didn't get damaged. It looks like we're actually in reasonably good shape for supplies at the moment. Our cans are saved. Too bad for the hairy mutant. Guess we're still on top of the food chain. Good for us. And the axe didn't break. That's even better. Ted returned with the mask. The local school is a big building a mile away from our house. Nobody liked that place. The atomic blast didn't change that. Now, without windows and walls remaining, it looks even more unpleasant. Pleasant or not, it seems a good spot to hunt for something useful. Everybody adored the lunch lady. She was almost 80, and everything she touched tasted great and smelled of tomato. Now we know her secrets. Tomato soup cans! Oh, so we got +1 tomato soup. Biological class had an aquarium. The fish had died. No one fed them. But the aquarium water would still be drinkable. There was enough for a few bottles. All right, so we got food and water on that run. That's great. So we got food, water, and the Boy Scout guide. Local Scout team had its own room in the basement. We found it filled with boxes and books of Scout handbooks. Maybe they were preparing for the apocalypse. Anyway, we took one. So good, we got that all set. Ted's hungry. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. So I guess we'll give her a little sip of water. I probably should give Ted something. He came back with some. You know what? We're in good shape for food and water right now. Let's give them all some good supplies. We'll keep them in good health. I think we'll be ready to send Dolores out on a mission. So we'll get her out searching as well, and hopefully she'll come back intact. Oh, we don't have the radio. I could use the radio. It'd be nice to be able to hear from the outside. We know very little about what's going on outside. It'd be a good idea to find out more. Maybe discover if anyone else made it to safety. A radio could help with this, but we don't have one. Day 9. They say ignorance is bliss. Another day without any clue what's going on might not necessarily kill us, but that's good, because we don't have other choice. We don't have a radio. Ted's hungry and tired. He needs a few days of rest. Dolores would love to eat something, but she's no longer thirsty. I just fed you both. You don't need to eat anything, Dolores. You're on a diet. And not because of weight reasons. Don't worry. It's other, survival. Okay, so we're going to send out Dolores. We're going to send her with the gas mask. I wonder if I can send both of them at once if they were both actually ready. What would happen if we both leave the survival shelter? Does it stay here? I don't even know. Do we just assume we die? The phone is ringing. How on earth do we still have phone service after the apocalypse? Day 12. There's one thing we need to do. It's use a radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency broadcasts that might be transmitted in our area. It's either that or it's like strolling around outside waiting to get picked up. First option sounds a bit more sane. I agree, but we don't have a radio. Unless this scout guide is going to have something about how to build one. Ted's tired. Or Ted's hungry, rather. Ted's tired. A few days of rest is what he needs. Looks like he's gotten a foot in the grave. He needs to drink right now. Alright, fine. Drink some water, you whiner. We didn't expect to get a phone call so soon after the atomic bomb drop, yet here we are. We clearly hear a phone ringing outside. Must be at the public phone booth on the other side of the street. Should someone go answer it? Well, we'll send Ted. I know he's tired, but this isn't really a full expedition. Let's see what's this one down here. Day 12. Acquire a radio to make further contact with the military. Make contact with other wastelanders. Okay, well, I guess answering the phone will qualify speaking to other wastelanders, but I don't know how to get a radio. Where is Dolores? Day 13. We answered the phone. We could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We started exchanging information. The call was cut short. We started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they get it back to us. Ted's still tired. Not thirsty anymore. It looks very weak. If he doesn't eat today, it might end really badly. So I guess we should give him some food. Really want to know what's going on with Dolores. It's hard to keep track of time down here. We can't tell if it's night or day. Our sleeping patterns are messed up. These terrible light bulbs are not helping. It's bad we can't replace them. There has to be something else we can do about this. Apparently we're going to take some sleeping pills or something out of the first aid kit. Have a little drink of the medicinal alcohol, maybe? Alright, Ted looks fine. Did we get anything good out of it? We didn't get a med kit, that's for sure. Look at this bottle of water down here. We regretted opening the door the minute we saw who was standing on the other side. Dark faces, rifles, and determined looks of a band of teenagers. We're doomed, we thought. Then out of the blue, one of them asked if we were with the Reds. We never supported the Red Sox, so we confidently say that we weren't. Oh yes, it's the Red Sox, not the Russians. The tension dropped immediately, and those nice young people gave us 2 bottles of water. They also told us we had to have no fear since Wolverines are around. Huh? Wolverines? I guess that must be them. We're not sure what Wolverines have to do with all this, but we took their word for it. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Ted needs water to survive. Let's give some water. I mean, obviously we've got some to spare. Got a crazy amount of water and food at the moment. Day 15. It's not the best time or place to make plans for the future, but we can't help thinking about what we can make of the terrible situation. Is our house still standing? Will we have to move to some forsaken hole like Toronto? Wait a minute! Toronto? That's not far from where I live. Still no sign of Dolores. I really hope Dolores isn't dead. I kind of don't want to be by myself down here. Our relocation's probably something we'll be able to discuss after we get out of here. Ted's hungry. He's not thirsty anymore, though, so that's fine. There's never a good time to go out into the radioactive wasteland, but it seems this will become a necessity in this new world of ours. We thought it'd be a good idea to make this happen sooner rather than later and plan a trip outside. Before we could make the third step beyond the sheltered doors, an unknown creature started growling at us in the darkness. We had only moments to decide what to do. Shoot it! When in doubt, blast it. Dolores is back. She looks tired, but not too bad off. Although she did ruin the gas mask. Way to go, Dolores. Oh, and she brought back a med kit, too. Good. Quick shot with the rifle was more than enough to scare away or maybe bring down whatever creature stalked in the darkness. We never saw it again. We're glad to see Dolores come back safely from the wasteland. The silent wasteland had at least one resident who managed quite well. It was a proud-looking monkey. We had no idea where it came from. The zoo, maybe? Oh, I'm assuming so. We don't generally have monkeys around here. It seemed very friendly. After getting a few pats on the back and playing fetch, it started following us. While we explored one of the streets, our monkey companion ran away, only to come back a moment later carrying a can of food. Couldn't open it himself, but it was happy to share it with us. Plus 2 food. Nice. At one point during our expedition, the monkey started making weird sounds and digging in front of us with a stick. Quick investigation revealed a few bottles of water. No one even tried to open them. Same couldn't be said about these bottles of booze lying next to them. Oh, what a shame. That's funny. It said it has 1 can of food and a couple bottles of water, but the numbers are reversed. The monkey took us just outside the town to what seemed like a hidden bunker. It contained some medical supplies. This is one useful monkey. Darn it, our gas mask was damaged during the expedition, but we got the medical supplies. I believe our expedition to the wasteland must have been followed by strangers. We should be more cautious next time. Dolores has not eaten for a while and is really tired. But we have lots of food and water, so I'm going to give them all a full ration today. Ted looks very weak. If he doesn't eat today, it might end really bad. He's drying himself as Superman. Alright, Ted, you and Dolores can both have a full meal of food and water today. All that wonderful liquid. Ted seems to be in really good shape for a trip. So let's plan to send Ted out. We do need to keep exploring, or we're not going to get any chance to get out of here. Day 17. A stranger pushing a rusty wheelbarrow filled with all kinds of goods stopped by today. He claimed he's a trader looking to barter for items he requires. Offers 1 bottle of water in exchange for a deck of cards. Well, we have so much water, we're not doing any of this. Keep your water, buddy. We've got water to spare already. I mean, that seems like a good idea. Maybe we should go out with a wheelbarrow and try and trade water for supplies. We have enough water. We refused the trade. Hopefully we made the right choice, but the trader was not too happy about this. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Dolores is still tired and can't seem to sleep it off. Ted's stomach is rumbling. We don't need to give them supplies as we did yesterday. Okay, so we're going to send Ted out on another expedition and see what he can find. Now, we can't use the gas mask, obviously, because it's toast right now. We can send him with the axe, the Boy Scout handbook, the map, the gun, food and water, that kind of stuff. He's already well fed and stuff. I shouldn't have to worry about that too much. I think I'm going to send him with the fire axe and see what we can get. I kind of wonder if, like, the map would help. I don't know if it makes a difference when you go on expeditions, the kind of items you bring, if it... Like, do they have a different probability of finding different kinds of stuff? So, like, the map might be useful for finding a place with things that are hidden, but the axe would help him defend himself. You know, let's take the map. We're gonna try the map and see what happens. Please don't die out there, buddy. We need that map. It's not that we need Ted so much, we just need the map. Alright, so Dolores hasn't eaten for a while, even though she ate yesterday. Don't give me that. Still can't get a good night's sleep around here. Not worried about rations. We're closed off in a tiny shelter and our supplies are very limited. If we want to survive, it's time for desperate measures. We know there's a group of elderly people hiding in the ruins of the local retirement home. They must have supplies and in our opinion, we need them more. The well-being of your family is the most important thing in the world, right? Let's not worry about that. We actually have bonus supplies. I don't think we need to raid the old folks' home. Day 20. We're no bandits. Sure, we need supplies, but not at the cost of others. We won't bother these people. A man who takes a canned tomato soup from another is not worthy to taste that soup. Let's just hope everybody else out there is as decent as our family. Dolores hasn't eaten for a while. She's tired. She's still thirsty, but again, she's fine. We gave her stuff not just the other day. Ooh, what is this now? Today we're visited by a strange-looking little man who introduced himself as a trader. He insisted his prices are so low it was practically like cutting his own throat. Least we could do is take a look at his offer. Oh, so we do need a radio in order for this this thing here. We're gonna acquire a radio for that. So maybe we'll trade him the Scout handbook for the radio. We already had 2 instances we could have used the radio. Weird man tried to make us buy fried cockroaches on a stick covered in some mysterious sauce. Oh, that sounds delectable. Snacks look pretty disgusting, so we turned them down. But we bought something else from him. He looked a bit disappointed. Really? All right. Well, we got his radio. Dolores wants to eat something. She's tired, and she does need water this time. Let's give her food and water. We got the available resources. Oh, look at that! And now we have an opportunity to use the radio. Is anyone who can rescue us from this hellish situation? It's our government. Yeah, because you can always count on the government. You can badmouth them all you want, but that probably means you're either a naysayer or a commie. Oh. I am not a commie, comrade. We're good citizens. We've been paying our taxes regularly, so we're sure Uncle Sam is coming to get us. Well, except that one time when we... Never mind. Never mind. The government people are coming, and we should keep our ears open. So we'll listen for the radio and see if we can get any good news stories out of it. We knew it! The government has not fallen, and they're coming to save us. They didn't give exact dates in the radio transmission, but we're sure they won't keep us waiting long. Said they'll be in touch in a couple days and told us to wait further instructions. Dolores has not eaten for a while, although she has rested. What's the deal with the people at the door? A young lady, all dressed in white, has visited us today requesting our aid. Wasting no time, she laid out a plan of what she said is a bandit camp where she claims her twin brother is being held. Seems like the young man was witless enough to challenge the biggest bandit leader to a sword fight, and now his sister's very worried. She says we definitely won't regret if we decide to help her. This just seems like a bad idea, but I'm going to send Dolores. I don't know if what happens if I send them both out. I mean, hopefully we're not dead. The woman quickly called a group of friends and we set out for what turned out to be a successful mission. Finding the lost twin brother wasn't a problem. He was hanging on top of some antenna next to the fence trying to escape. What a brave dude. In his duel with the bandit leader, he lost a hand, but the group quickly tended his injuries. He'd be just fine. The sibling thanked us 100 times and said they would definitely contact us again. Dolores would really love to eat something. All right, good. So we did a good deed. We helped somebody out. Ooh, we can do more exchangifying. Oh, but again, we have to give away stuff in order to get water, and I don't really need water, so forget that. Day 24. In the end, we decided to offer... her offers were not for us. Yep, that's fine. Not eating or not drinking in some time, but that's okay. She's not quite on death's door yet. A sleepy-looking trader carrying an equally scruffy bag over her shoulder pays us a visit. He offered us a simple one-time deal. Just 1 can of soup, we can get the bag and all of its contents. Alright, I'm curious what's in there. We can't see what's inside. The trader gives us angry glances every time we step towards the mysterious bag. Should we make a deal? Well, I feel like we have extra soup cans right now because we did find some in the wilderness. Let's trade. I want to see what's in this mysterious bag. Oh, Ted's back, and he looks awesome. It's a cat. I traded a can of soup for a cat. Okay. She looks rough around the edges too. As soon as the door closed behind the trader, the bag started to violently shake, emitting screeching, hellish sounds. Terrified, we backed up against the walls. When the beast finally escaped, it turned out to be just an angry house cat. Okay. Well, yeah, he's sitting right there. He doesn't look all that angry, though. Feline gave us a menacing look that promptly sat down in silence in the corner to clean itself. Its color says Sharikov. Is that its name? That sounds an awfully Russian name. Are you a red cat? Part of the invading force. Ted returned. He brought the map with us, so that's good. We were about to give up and come back empty-handed to the shelter when we ran into a church. It looked peaceful enough, save for an unexploded atomic bomb stuck in the church tower. Ugh. A sizable group of people were busy praying to the bomb, chanting something about the holy fission. That sounded really scary, but those people seemed friendly enough. Cultists decided they won't be needing any holy water. We did a bit of miracle work and turned empty wine bottles into quite a full bottle. Oh, so I got more water. Good lord. Clearly I didn't need to bring as much water down here as I thought I did. Should be more cautious next time. We must have been followed. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Ted's really tired and became infected with something. Dolores would love to eat. She needs water and you know what? Let's give them both a full dose of food and water to help them recover. We're also gonna give Ted the medical supplies. I'm glad we have that, so he'll feel better. Not certain about the situation on the surface. The trip could be risky, but we could really use the supplies. I kind of want to send Dolores, but she doesn't look so good. Well, we are giving her food and water. Yeah, let's maybe prepare for an expedition. I mean, I can always choose not to send somebody as long as we're prepared. At least I've got the option. As we were considering alternatives, the canned soup died. A sudden knock on the door broke our line of thought. It turned out we were visited by a band of survivors who were pretty bad shape. All they wanted was something to drink, a bite to eat, or at least clean bandages. Get that fly. Can I give them both? No, it's one or the other. Let's give them water. We have a crazy amount of water. Day 26. The cat's looking mighty content up there now. Visitors had problems finding enough words to express their gratitude. Many tears were shed, smiles and hugs exchanged, and they wished us all the best. It's a great feeling to be helping someone out. We left soon after we took shelter in the to seek shelter in the ruins of our town. We hope to make it out there. Ted's stomach's rumbling. He's tired. Recovered from his sickness, though. Dolores hasn't eaten in a while. Dolores is no longer thirsty. Actually, can I mean, she still looks pretty rough. I don't know if I should send her out. I think I'm gonna keep Dolores back. I do want her to go on an expedition, but it just may not be a good idea. Some of us are keener to go outside than others. Either way, it's time to choose the most able and responsible person for the quest to gather more supplies. Day 27. Dolores is not really looking any better rested. Ted's hungry. Ted isn't recovered. Dolores is... Alright. Let's give them both a little bit of food. We'll prepare for the expedition again. Dolores is in pretty good shape, so that seems a little bit better than the last time anyway. One minute it was all fine, the next we were at each other's throats. How did this happen? This is insane. We need to get a grip on ourselves. We're gonna survive. Let's just sleep on it. Yeah, stop biting. No one needs a marital spat in a survival shelter. He looks like he's getting worse. He's been like puking up on his shirt or something. Dolores doesn't look like she's gotten any better either. Barely sleep after all that arguing. Let's hope this won't happen again. Ted's hungry. Ted's still tired. Ted wishes for a few drops of water. Ted's fatigued. He's in rough shape. Dolores isn't thirsty. There's only one thing we need. It's water for Dolores. But we've got water. Dolores doesn't need water. Get it, Dolores. You're not getting it. Alright, we'll send Dolores with the, I don't know, with the gun, I guess. Take the gun, Dolores. Do something useful. Oh my god, I'm sick again. I don't have any more medicine. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna die. Ted seems to have developed an allergy to our furry guest. Oh, he's been coughing and sneezing all night long. We should try giving him some medication. I would love to, but I don't have any. He's hungry. He's thirsty. He's tired. He needs medicine, but he can't get it. Sharkov sure can take care of itself, but we can't help but wonder how much of a self-made cat it is. Just so happens that we found an address on its collar. It's unlikely that its owner is still alive, and a trip to the wasteland is always risky. Should we go outside and check the address? Yes, we should. Let's get rid of this allergy-ridden cat. It's making Ted sick. Before we reached the end of our street, we were stopped by two men wearing dark coats and stylish hats. They rushed towards the cat to pick him up. Say they've been looking for him for a while now. Supposedly Sherikov begins to an old lady who's rather fond of it and misses the little guy dearly. Oh, poor Sherikov. We shrugged and went back to our shelter. Cat didn't seem to care, so why should we? Good thing we didn't get too attached to it in the last few days. Something should be done about Ted's sickness. I'd love to, but I hope he doesn't die. It's allergies. You can't die from allergies. Well, not like this kind. Ted's still tired. Ted isn't hungry anymore. Well, the cupboards in the shelter was a bit shaky, so we pulled it out to give it a new home. In the process, we discovered a secret door. Where does it lead? No idea, but let's find out. Oh, if I hadn't sent the gun with Dolores, we could have gone in there and checked it out, but... Can I bring the axe or something? Oh, well, Ted's looking mildly better. Such as it is. Some things are better left untouched and unknown. Whatever's behind that door will have to stay there. Can't I go look when Dolores gets back? We also stocked some furniture against it just to be sure nothing would come through. Oh. Well, I guess we won't be doing that. Ted keeps coughing and coughing. It's just allergies. You can't be that sick. The army's on the radio again. There's that fly. They said we'll be scouting the neighborhood and need to find clear signs of survivors that are still alive. We asked to leave a few cards at the nearest bus stop to mark how many people are occupying our shelter. Well, I don't have any cards. No! Let's get going if we want to make it before nightfall. Oh, I could have been rescued. Ooh, I heard the door. I think Dolores is back. Yeah, and the cat's back too. What? Dolores, I just got rid of that cat. Tell me you didn't bring the cat back. Tell me you brought something more useful than this cat. Oh, we got a flashlight. Than the cat. We simply cannot afford to give away an item of such importance to us. No, we just don't have it. What if we end up needing it soon? We understand why they need it, but they're not getting their help from us this time. To our surprise, we found Sherikov back in our shelter this morning. Not exactly sure why or how it came back. Is it our good care it appreciates? Our kind hearts? Optimism? It's not even like I fed the darn thing. Or stocked well the soup cans, but I didn't feed it, so I know it's that. We got the gun back in good shape. Pile of car wrecks revealed that we stumbled across a big parking lot. Almost no cars survived the blast wave, but we went between the wrecks to explore anyway. Under the burnt remains of a picnic table, we found some bottled water, which, you know, we've been so low on. The bottles were not in the best state, but their contents looked perfectly drinkable. It seems like the bomb interrupted someone's picnic. Thankfully, they were big fans of tomato soup. The indestructible cans were scattered around, so we got 2 more soup cans as well. One of the trunks, we found a leather suitcase. It was almost untouched. We're a bit disappointed there was nothing inside, but the suitcase alone will do fine. So we have a suitcase now. She got the flashlight. There's a really nice motorbike standing a bit to the side next to the car wrecks. Or rather, it used to be nice. Not much left of it now. Upon inspecting the bags attached, we found the working flashlight. Trip to the surface might have been spotted and followed. We should be more careful next time. How are you supposed to be more careful? There's no option to be careful. You just go out. They're all tired. Dolores came down with a sickness. That's great. Well, they both need medkit. I don't have. I think they're going to dying on me. Ted's not in the best condition. We could take a risk. I don't think we should take a risk. Ted's gonna croak on us. A coded note was left on our doorstep. It's all symbols and numbers, some sort of cipher. It'll need to be cracked before we can read the letter. Dolores seems eager for this challenge. However, it's hard to tell how long this could take her. It could prove to be a waste of her time. Let's have her check it anyway. Honestly, we're sitting in a stone bunker under the ground. What else are we gonna do? Log crash, a surprise shriek, and a bit of debris from our falling ceiling. Truly a recipe for a good start to the day. As it turns out, Sherikov found a new toy. A bit of innocuous wiring that ripped out of the wall. Who knows what the cable's for, but our lights are still on, so that can't be that important, right? Should we take care of the wire, take the wire away from our fluffy friend and investigate it? Yeah, let's do that. We almost had National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation there, I think. We grabbed the cable and followed to a rusty old truck parked in our neighbor's driveway. Upon opening the door, we were confronted with 2 men wearing huge headphones that looked extremely surprised to see us. They wiretapped our shelter when we were asleep, and they were listening to everything we said. We gave them the hell... What? Why on earth would that be of any use? Ted's still sick. Dolores is quite ill. Can't get a good night's sleep around here. Dolores is no longer hungry. I mean, I have nothing I can do. I'm gonna have to send Ted out. You gotta go out on an expedition again, Ted. You gotta go. I kind of want the map. We'll send the flashlight with Ted. See what he finds with the flashlight. The agents who are spying on us are now at the door and want to explain themselves. So should we hear them out? All right. I mean, what else am I gonna do? I guess. They briefly waved some sort of ID cards in front of our faces and told us they were a top-secret government mission. The wiretap wasn't to spy on us, but rather on the cat. What? It's suspected of being a Soviet agent. They're willing to let us into their super top-secret safe house if we help them with some of their top-secret missions. They assured us they'd contact us again with more detail. That is just messed up. She's still quite ill. She's no longer thirsty. I really hope Ted comes back with a med kit, or Dolores is going to be done. Might be the end of our run soon. We need medical supplies. What we have is a bad joke. Time to do something about it. The bug spray is just standing there. Why don't we use it to make drugs? That's an amazing idea. Oh, this is going to go horribly wrong. Please work out and give me a med kit. This would be just so messed up if this works. Day 39, we have a med kit. All right. Score. I'll take that trade. What do you know? Combining American innovation and deadly bug spray can result in just enough drugs to replenish our first aid kits. It makes no sense, but I'm going to take it anyway. All right, Dolores. You get better, finally. Our situation's getting worse every day. We can see the hunger and desperation in each other's eyes. No, we can't. There's no one else in here. We know a teacher from a local school rescued a bunch of kids when the bomb fell. We also know what kind of supplies are in the school shelter. As part of the community, we help stock them for an emergency, so technically they're ours, right? Should we reclaim them in our hour of need? Steal from the children and give to ourselves. Or try to be good people. I'm going to try to continue to be good people. I mean, I don't want to be that guy that steals from the children. It's day 42. There's another knock at the door. Darn it, we missed our chance to let the military know where we are. Again. During one of its insane episodes at around 3 o'clock last night, Cherkov ran face first into a wall, causing a loose brick to fall out. There's a lot of loose bricks in here. And a lot of stuff stashed behind those loose bricks. Who put it all there? Behind it was a cigar box with some ammunition inside, so we have some bullets. It's very unwise of Ted to walk right into the hands of a gang of filthy bandits camped nearby. He's not coming back. No, Ted, no! Oh, Ted. If there was anything to report about Dolores, this is where it would have been written. Well, so much for Ted. I guess we're going to have to send out Dolores on a mission. I don't have a choice. There's no one else to go. Twins are back and they need medical supplies again. I'm sorry, twins, but we still don't have any. E51. Please tell me she got back alive. Oh, she lived! I don't see anything really useful she got here, though. Dolores is on our way back to the service. Let's hope she makes it safe and sound. Glad to see Dolores. How can we be glad? She's the only one. During our expedition, we stumbled across a half-ruined wall with some half-burnt painting on it. We quickly realized we found the ruins of our local museum. Normally, we would never enter an establishment like that without a ticket, but desperate times call for desperate measures. We jumped over the turnstile. Oh my god, we got more water. Without looking back, in front of the museum canteen, we found a box with some water bottles in it. Probably left there by some delivery company. Alright, so we got more water. Between the rubble, we found a half-destroyed statue of a lady. She didn't have a lot of clothes on. Save for... Oh, we got the gas mask, too. Save for a gas mask somebody put on her face, probably as a joke. We're hesitant to approach as the lady was dressed immodestly. Then we saw she was holding an urn. As long as there's an urn, it's art, and it's okay to look at it. Everyone knows that. Right. Okay, well, we got the gas mask anyway. Oh, and we got a lock, too, apparently. Gift shop was in a sorry state. While it's still standing, the whole place was flooded with souvenirs and junk. Or both. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference. The only useful thing we found was a padlock that was securing the safe behind the counter. The safe itself was empty, of course, but at least we got the padlock. Last expedition got us thinking maybe we could just drive away from the nightmare somehow. Of course, most of the automobiles available are completely burned out, but if we found a solid base and scavenged enough parts, perhaps we could build a vehicle of our own. She came down with a sickness. I'm gonna give her some food and water because we have an abundance of both. I can't cure her sickness though because I just don't have any. Using a high-tech setup involving paper cups and yards of string, the agents rang in with our next top secret mission that will surely land us in the VIP bunker very soon. Yeah. Right. They want us to go on one successful expedition and write down what we saw in the journal. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? Alright, whatever. Dolores is sick, but we'll send her anyway. She's gonna die. Oh my gosh, she lived. Day 55, she's back. Shouldn't bring a medkit though. Dolores is on her way back from the service. Alright, so we graciously agreed to fulfill the request. They thanked us for doing our civic duty and promised to be back with more information soon. Our recon mission was risky business. We had to visit neighborhoods that were dicey even at the best of times. Areas full of mutated cats and dogs fighting each other in gangs. All of them armed with teeth. They're armed to the teeth. We barely made it out of there alive. The agents seem to appreciate our effort. So these missions are actually worth it. Bucket's just about due for, what? For and what? Our bucket's just about due for and what? I can't see the rest of the message. Oh, upgrade, there we go. We're expecting the government shelter to have an excellent bathroom. Maybe even a hot tub. She hasn't eaten for a while. I don't know what she did. I just gave her some, though. Health is not approved. Needs more time to rest. Dolores was hurt. Oh, great. Now she's injured and sick. Fabulous. Day 60. Oh, no. We broke the... Dolores! How do you do that to a gun exactly? We were able to defend our home this time. What if they come back? Our trusty old rifle helped us in the fight, but now it's just a piece of junk. This is not good. Can't just sit around while Dolores is so sick. Well, like, sorry. There's nothing I can do about it. Dolores has no colors left in her face. Her injuries need to be fixed ASAP. Oh, she's dead. The end. Oh, Dolores, no. Poor, sweet Dolores. We're sorry to do so, but we just had to refuse. We need the meds for ourselves. You never know. Yada, yada, yada. Dolores suffered when her injuries were too long. When the infection spread, there was nothing we could do. 63 days we survived in the south shelter, though. There's a couple times we could have gotten rescued, I think, if we'd only had the deck of cards to deal with. We did manage to tackle a few things here. I don't know what the deal is. So we knocked some of these out, but not these ones. Nevertheless, it wasn't bad for our first run. I might come back and try this again, depending on whether you're interested in seeing more of it. So leave a comment down below if you'd like to see some more 60 seconds Reatomized. From what I understand, if we can manage to get rescued and stuff, there are some further missions that open up, so we can kind of, like, it has some repeat play value. But thanks again, everyone, for coming to check out the video. Hope you come back and check out another one. I'm, as always, CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.